Hey everyone, and welcome to Understandable English. Today, I have 4 street interviews for you. In these interviews, Americans are going to tell you about how they spent their summer vacations or holidays. These are the questions I'm going to ask them. Where did you go this summer on vacation? What is your dream summer vacation? Do you prefer a mountain or a beach vacation? Do you have any cherished memories from a vacation you've taken? Remember, vacation is like a holiday. In the United States, we say vacation. In the UK, they say holiday. Also, cherished memories are like good and happy memories. Let's listen to interview 3. Then, I'll explain some of the difficult words and phrases to help you understand better.
Where did you guys go on vacation this summer?
Florida.
Yeah, we went to Florida.
So you guys were together on vacation?
Yes.
What brought you to Florida? What made you choose Florida?
Mutual friend.
Okay, wonderful. And what is your dream vacation? You can go anywhere with anyone. What would it be?
Iceland to see the Aurora Borealis, the Northern Lights.
Wonderful. So Iceland, do you guys share that interest? Or
Yeah.
is it different? Okay, wonderful. Excellent. If you had to choose between mountains and beaches, so mountains is more of an adventurous vacation, beaches for relaxing, what would you choose and why?
Beaches.
Mountains.
So why mountains and why beaches?
I hate sand and I like winter.
I like the sun and the heat.
Okay, wonderful. Excellent. And do you guys have any cherished memories from being young, having a family vacation, or going somewhere with friends or something like that?
I mean, Christmas was always a fun time.
Did you travel somewhere specifically for that, or just?
Nope, it was just when everybody would get together. My dad has 9 brothers and sisters, so we would just get the whole family together and be a good time.
Excellent. Okay, very good.
Mine's maybe not that exciting. I just like going to get ice cream and playing mini golf. That's what I did all the time as a kid with my grandparents.
So no school, summer vacation, you just went for ice cream?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Excellent. Are you guys both locals from Madison area?
I'm from
No.
Green Bay and Milwaukee.
Michigan.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you guys very much.
First of all, we have Florida. We talked about this in the last part too. This is a state in the southern part of the United States. He mentioned a mutual friend. A mutual friend is a friend of both you and someone else. If you are both friends with one person, it's a mutual friend. The Aurora Borealis, or the Northern Lights, as we typically call them, are a beautiful part of the sky in the northern parts of the world. They typically look green and are very beautiful. Sand is the brown part of the earth that you see on a beach. To get together with the family, or to get together with someone, means to meet up and have a good time together. To go for ice cream just means to go somewhere and eat ice cream. Mini golf is a fun game where you play golf, but on a very small level. It's miniature. Green Bay and Milwaukee are both cities in Wisconsin. Michigan is another state in the United States. Now go back and listen again. Now let's take a look at interview 4. These are the questions that I'm going to ask them. Where did you go this summer on summer vacation? What was the song of the trip? What is your dream summer vacation? Are there any specific cities you'd like to go to? Do you prefer a mountain or a beach vacation? The song of the trip just means that it's a special song that you listen to many times on this trip. So now, when you listen to the song, you think about your travels. Let's listen to this interview. Then I'll explain some more of the difficult words and phrases that they use.
Where did you guys go on summer vacation this year? Did you go anywhere?
Ooh,
Oh, actually, yeah.
We went on a vacation together.
Yep.
And we started in Indianapolis and we visited a friend there. And then we went down to Nashville and visited more friends there. And then we went to New Orleans.
Had a time there.
Yes. And then down to Austin and went to a wedding and explored the city. And I flew back up and he drove back.
Yeah, a little bit of an
Yeah.
adventure.
Yeah.
So was the first part of it just like a classic American road trip, or were you guys flying? Or what was
I mean, a classic American road trip through and through. She had to get back to a dress sizing thing? Yeah, for another wedding. But yeah, like classic American road trip all the way down. Kind of just like meandered, actually. No real like definite plans besides like a due back by date and like a loose idea of what we wanted to do.
It was like
I'm holding this way over here. I should hold this right here.
It was just like a plan day by day. We booked hotels the day of, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Great. So, what was the song of the trip? Whenever you're in the car, you gotta have the song of the trip. What was it?
That's a tough one.
We listened to a lot of stuff.
I mean, a lot of creepy stuff.
Lot of creepy stuff.
Like for New Orleans,
Yeah, we had a lot of like spooky jazzy stuff for New Orleans. There's a song called Lake Pontchartrain that we listened
by
to.
Ludo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
But yeah, very good. Okay. What else we got here? If you had a dream summer vacation, where would it be? With who would it be?
Oh, like a train traveling trip through Europe for me, for sure. Just take like the whole summer and just train travel through Europe. Similar thing, no plan. Just kind of go as we want to.
Are there any specific cities on the list or places on the list?
I would want to see like a lot of nature, so cities wouldn't be like my top priority, but I would want to see like castles and nature and stuff like that. A lot of historical stuff. Yeah.
I'd say mine would probably be Philippines or Italy, one of the two. So those would be like the two big ones for me. Philippines because it seems just like Hawaii, but like maybe with like not quite the price tag attached to Hawaii. And then Italy because I mean Venice. That'd be the big
I
one.
do want to see Venice.
Excellent.
And it's gonna sink before we like too much longer. So
Yeah.
Wonderful. Very good. You kind of already answered this, but if you had to choose between the mountains, adventures, or the beaches and relaxing, what would you choose and why?
that's a tough one.
I wish I could do both, but I think right now I'd rather do mountains.
I don't know. I mean, I swim like a stone.
But there's like pretty
But-
mountain lakes too.
Yeah,
you
there's
could
pretty
take a dip
mountain
in.
lakes too. But then, like, you know, on the beach, you're like, you know, your feet don't stink. Like, take off the hiking boots, your feet kind of smell.
This is true.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one.
I just
I'm gonna
hate
go-
sand.
I'm gonna go with beaches, actually.
Okay.
Very good.
Indianapolis is a city in the United States. She talked about going down to Nashville. Nashville is another city in the United States. And as I said before, Americans love to use up and down to talk about direction. Down is south and up is north. New Orleans is another city in the southern part of the United States. He mentioned that they had a time there. This is a slang phrase that means had a very fun, crazy party time there. Austin is a city in the state of Texas, in the southern part of the United States. She said she flew back up, which means she flew back north to her home in Wisconsin. Through and through just means 100% or completely. To meander is to go slowly back and forth like a river. It goes left and right, back and forth. A due back date is a day or a date when you must be back home. When you do something the day of, like book a hotel the day of, it means you do it on that day, not before. A top priority is the thing that you really, really want to do out of all things. He says he would prefer the Philippines to Hawaii because of the price tag attached. This means that one of them, Hawaii, is more expensive, so he wants to go to the Philippines. He says he swims like a stone. This is a phrase we say, which means that we don't know how to swim, or we swim badly. He talked about his feet stinking, which means that they smell very badly. Hiking boots are the shoes that you wear when hiking in the mountains. Now, go back and listen again and see how much more you can understand. Well, this is the end of part 2. Part 1 was out last week, so you can go watch 2 more interviews there if you want. As always, have a wonderful day. Toodles!